Horse Wrestling Network. You are gathered with us tonight for the Cookout Podcast, where we talk about what's cooking up in the world of professional wrestling.
Hello.
Been a busy week on my end.
Busy week all around.
I helped my sister move, didn't finish. Gotta finish up this upcoming weekend. Gotta plan a bachelor party too. So, one busy week to another busy week. But the week after that, I'm not busy, which will be nice. Very
Right. That's insane. So how much left on the freaking movie?
Well, she had a 4-bedroom house, so we got everything aside from her office and her bedroom and the kitchen. So everything else was packed up and moved.
Oh, yeah, so nice. my interpretation of moving is, hey, the living room and the bedroom fine. Everything else is y'all just being decorative right at this now. Let them part of our job description.
So, like, moved her living room and set up her living room, and then put stuff in storage and put stuff in her closet.
See, that's extra stuff. That's not moving. That's extra stuff.
Well, you gotta put furniture in the place where the furniture is going to go.
See, here's the thing. That is what you call it subjective. My mom used to move the furniture every like 6 months, so like we just moved in the house right now. And you tell me in 6 months where it's gonna go. That's new and limited to you.
I mean, she might be moving again in 6 months. We'll find out when it comes.
See, no, see, exactly. So no, your stuff is in your house. It's over.
I just finished Raw. What'd you think of it?
Man, I loved it. I didn't have I like all the criticism I've heard is basically not gonna say nitpicky, but nothing to fight over. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing to oh my god, why did you do that? I didn't feel that way about anything at all. What about you?
Um, hmm.
Talk to me.
Hope CM's doing all right.
Oh, she said she'll be here in 2 minutes. Her computer died, so
Oh,
we had
okay. She talked to you. Okay.
yep, just shooting the breeze.
I was just thinking, like, she always shows up before you do. What's going on? All
I'm not
right.
working today, so that's a good thing. Let's see.
Um, well, I was planning on. Oh,
But yeah,
here
Rob,
we go.
you can see you.
Welcome, CM.
Hello. Are y'all ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So, per usual, we're going to start it off with Sound of the Week. It's easy for us to get ready for everything else that we're going to be talking about, which is a recap of the wild things that happened this week. Um, I got on Twitter today, and the Rascals is like everywhere. So, yeah. Uh, Sounds of the Week, very simple, very easy. Phil, as per usual, there's nothing that you can do right, Phil, besides retire and go the fuck away to make me like you again. Please retire. Please go away. We don't need you. Also, something just occurred to me the other day that he sucker punched Jungle Boy.
Oh,
Yet when Bobby Fish wanted to throw hands, he didn't want to throw hands with Bobby Fish. I'm just saying, if you really about that life and you feel like somebody's expecting you, she says she can't go outside today. That means she's scared, right? In the words of Gloria Hallelujah, pointed out. Um, Also, number two goes to I'm gonna say WWE. because the response from Ethan Page about AEW and Tiffany Statton's apology um, were key indicators that they were going to win, and that it was done to generate buzz for their um, things that didn't need to happen. One is a very talented athlete, the other one is Tiffany Stratton. So um, do with that as you will. Um, Last but not least, um, whoever reported to the FBI, Tony Khan and them are trying to dox them. Bro, please go touch grass. It's hard enough being a wrestling fan without some douche making up a lie and making it worse. Like, oh my God, can we please not do this? Can we please just have wrestling? Can we stop wrestling? That's it. That's all we want is wrestling. But yeah, those are your clowns of the week. Simple, effective. It is what it is. But yeah, let's hop on into this good recap of everything that has been happening for the past week of wrestling.
Oh,
Where do you guys want to start?
We could start with Money in the Bank.
alright. So
Before we do that, quick question. Uh, does it feel weird to anybody else to have a main roster event before an NXT event?
oh, so
Like, is it just me?
here's the thing, and it is like you pointed out, it is kind of weird, but I guess it's the whole schedule thing, right? Because if WWE being petty, they moved to from Sunday to Saturday, to deflect from Collision, right? So if they didn't do that, I think originally it would be on Saturday, right? But you can't put them on Friday because of SmackDown. So that's just their stupid. But I think worse of the thing is you did that, right? And NXT in most circles, and I will agree, was better than Money in the Bank. So I'm not sure if Triple H, WWE, Nikon, y'all want to reconsider moving your Premium Live event back to Sunday, so this won't happen again. But
I mean, if you're only gonna have 90 minutes of wrestling on a 3 hour show, moving it wouldn't be a problem. But also, every place I've seen has said NXT was way better than Money in the Bank. But I've also seen that people have said that mainly because of the cash, not because of anything really else besides like the cash in and how all of that went down and just like the mistiming and all the stuff. They said before that it was really good. They said like after that it took them a little bit out of it, but it was still a relatively decent show. It's just that cash in and all of that
so,
was mess.
as you know, me and Sammy, you watch both of them, right? So let's go by one by one. The cash in. They Drew McIntyre. I
Well, I mean, shouldn't we talk about the card before we?
No, we don't have to. The
okay,
people can see it. We can talk about random things and jump around.
right? But like the cash in with Drew. I feel bad for Danny P because I think this is what happened. I truly think Drew's music was supposed to hit before he kicked out. I think that was supposed to happen, but for some reason someone was eating chips and didn't put their button on the trigger before 3, and that's what happened. So unfortunately, and you okay. So I'll ask you a question, right? Because when that kind of stuff happens, right? Either mistiming from the back or someone doesn't do what they need to do. If you're the ref, what do you do? Because you know the story's supposed to be it's supposed to be a triple threat match, but this ninja ain't kicking out. So like, do
He
you
told
hit
Seth
the
too.
mat? Do you hit
That's what
the
the ref
mat for
decided.
3? Huh?
The ref decided to tell Seth too.
But no, but okay, you telling bro, you telling stuff is 2 does not show every like we're live. Even though you told Seth it was 2, everyone knows this ninja didn't kick out. So it was supposed to be 3. So you have to figure. So you have to address, bruh. Why didn't you put your hand down for the 3rd time? So
As
that's
somebody who saw the clip, what I would have done, and it may have been controversial, is I would have done 2 things. One, I would have called it on the fly. I would have said self one, and that was because maybe the angle I was at, maybe I would have made up some lie. But what I also would have done is done the what is it, like the Roddy thing, where he was supposed to come out, he was supposed to be the next person out, and Osprey won the match. So what I would have done was, if Drew really wanted to cash in that badly, I would have been like, well, we'll set it up and do it like that. I know there's an angle that we have to play into, but there's also the issue of what do you do? Because what do you do?
right. Because like even though this is like we know a stage, we know the winner's already determined. But that does. But we don't need to know that. We don't need to know the winner. We want. I think there is a thing of let's keep this as real as possible in terms of a sports wrestling event, right? And so it's like mistakes happen, and unfortunately, bro didn't kick out. So
Is it the thing now, or am I mistaken? Where if Gunther, if Damien beats Gunther, Seth gets to go for the belt again or something like that?
I I think this segment, people were really hating on the caption. So backstage segment before the match, they agreed that if Seth loses, he cannot go for the title if Damian Priest is still champion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because of the screw up, I think, to calm all heads down, they had a backstage segment and it was like, you know what? We're going to chop that reasoning up. The whole thing was kind of screwy. So we're not going to abide by the rule of you lost. You can't challenge me if I'm still champ, right? So that's that whole thing. So
So
if
it was done for
What does
nothing.
it matter? Like, Gunther's winning the title next month, anyways.
So
we
it
all
was
think
done for nothing.
yeah,
It's literally for they did all of that for nothing.
like it
And
wasn't
Damien
supposed
Priest
to
was
be for
bad.
nothing.
That is so much
Again,
overbooking.
right? Like it wasn't supposed to be. It's very unfortunate because it wasn't supposed to be for nothing, but because of how you know he didn't kick out, and so all the plans are just you have to learn how to improvise. I think that's the name of. I think that's the moral of the story. You have to learn to improvise, and if that means Seth versus Gunther at SummerSlam, then Seth versus Gunther at SummerSlam. Because I like to what Sammy said, we all believe Gunther should have this title, right? So I feel bad because I would like for Damian Priest to have a good match against Gunther, just so he can, even if he loses, I believe it's going to rise his scale. It's going to rise his sea level, right? But he didn't kick out. So honestly, just put a belt on Self and let Self lose to Gunther. It makes no never mind. But I do feel bad because I feel like Damian Priest needed that match against Gunther legitimately. Like beat Self clean, go to Gunther, lose, but you can there you go. you're solidified as a main roster superstar. I'm sorry, what do you call it? Main event, right? And now it's all unfortunate. It really is.
This is so
All right.
mess, so much mess.
And
And again,
honestly, I don't even think that was the biggest mistake of the night. I think the biggest mistake of the night was giving the other Money in the Bank to the Wish Charlotte, the Walmart Mariah May, Vanilla Barbie herself. I'm talking about Tiffany Stratton. Like I was,
Do not insult the good name of Mariah May like that ever again. Yeah, Mariah can wrestle. Mariah
that's
can
what I'm saying. I'm saying the Walmart Mariah May, the
don't
Wish
see me.
Charlotte, the
The great value brand of Mariah could still run circles around.
okay, fair.
Do that. That's the flea market version. That's the flea market that nobody likes. That they nobody wants to go to. That there's only one person who goes there, and that's just because they own it. That's her. Don't insult the good name of Mariah May like that. Ugh.
listen, I with her and Liv, I don't get it. So I'm going to give up the ghost and not fight it anymore. Right? This is what y'all want. When I say y'all, evidently Australia and Canada like her. I don't know why. Come like, cause again, why do y'all like her? Cause again, we can say she's being pushed, but the crowd is chanting Tiffy time for some reason. So
Ew, a Liv versus Tiffany match. Oh God.
listen,
Um, well, I think it would be like Nia Jax.
Oh God. Oh God. And let Nia make one mistake, one tiny mistake, and oh God, no, 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 no.
like, hey, listen, like, so I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna jump ahead. If you did not watch Monday Night Raw, spoiler alert, here it comes. Mommy's back. And they're like, well, you can't take the belt off Liv. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Like, no offense. There is no Liv match, her being champion, that is interesting to me. And y'all can't tell me a Liv match for anybody on Raw that's interesting to y'all. We all saw we wanted to see her and Dirty Dog have a match. That's the only thing in the ring. That's the only thing about Liv's reign we are all invested in. Mommy's back. Scrap all this. Screw all this crap. Put the belt back on mommy. Please.
I don't want Tiffany Stratton to face Rhea Ripley because again, if anybody pulls out a good match from her, they're gonna keep pushing her, and I don't want to see her on my screen.
I
uh,
don't know.
I feel like they really screwed up with the draft. Like, I don't understand how you book the women's division until WrestleMania.
Well, so in a perfect world, right?
From
They
the flip
they
side, and saying I agree, Sammy. I
no, I don't disagree, but I think in the mindset they had this is before all the contracts were up and people got hurt. Raw still had Becky and Rhea, and even though you can't carry a whole division on those two people, with those two people, you can do a heck of a lot more than Liv being your champion, right?
but
So
Anika, baby, honey, as somebody with a business degree, you look at when contracts are up. You start oh damn, you
I'm
start negotiations. You start negotiations early, and if you're not making any progress, you you don't bet everything on it. You got plans on plans on plans on plans. You got 50 them plans to go along with it because you're in a they're in an industry where injuries happen very quickly, very frequently, and especially with the women, especially with the younger women, and not especially training them as much as they need to be trained. So anything could happen. To me, I would have I would have had Jade go to NXT. I would have Tiffany stay in NXT. What I would have done is I would have brought around some of those people like Roxanne Perez, who has like more experience, and start getting them ready for the main roster. I also would not bank on Rhea and Becky being my be all end all. You have Chelsea Green, you have Candice LeRae, you have Indy Hartwell, you have Bianca.
SmackDown,
You have,
SmackDown.
no, I'm saying you have a
Well,
bunch
yeah,
of women that you could have invested in and built up to have some on Raw, have some on SmackDown, and maybe make your women's division like your, this is gonna sound so bad, but like your floater division, where they can go anywhere and do different things. And then that way you have constant matchups, you have people building towards different things. You have the tag team belts, you have the main belt, and you don't really have a chance for anybody to get too rusty. And you don't have time for any one match to be over and over and over and over and over and over and over. That's just how I would do it. But
Yeah. Let's be perfectly clear. This is not what Anika would do. I'm getting to the mindset of the WWE. And unfortunately, this is their habit of all we need is one top person, aka a la Hogan, aka a la Stone Cold, aka a la Charlotte, aka a la Nikki Bella. All we need is one person, and everyone else be fed to them. I'm not sure when they're gonna stop this mess, but they're not.
but it's so bad. That's when the person, it
mindset.
never fails. It never fails. When they put it all on one person, that person get hurt. 2 weeks later.
but I mean, how are you going to stretch out like Rhea Ripley and Damage Control until WrestleMania? Like, because like after her and Liv are done, like all you really have left is Damage Control.
Well, now, again, if Oscar did it again, now we got 3 people that she could have gone against. Like Rhea again, Rhea Ripley as champion versus EO. Heck yes. Rhea Ripley versus Oscar. Heck yes. Heck, Rhea Ripley versus Kyrie. Heck yes. I don't want to see Liv versus any of these people change the channel.
I honestly would like to see Rhea Ripley versus Nikki Cross.
Abby the Witch, yeah.
Like, I know I only watched the clip, but I would love to see that pairing because it's like the spooky and like the crazy.
Rhea Ripley and Nikki Cross were a tag team.
I want to see it. I feel like there's some value in there.
But like aside from that, we got Shayna Baszler, but she's lost constantly for this entire year. We got Kiana James, Zoe Stark, Sonya Deville. Like,
let's go ahead real quick. On Raw, the official team of Sonya, Shayna, and Zoe are officially approved. Don't mess this up. I feel like I said a lot, but I'll say it until y'all stop doing it. This team could work. I feel as though this could elevate everyone in the group. And again, like we're all saying, we need people in the women's main event. Don't screw this up. Because Shayna Baszler versus Rhea Ripley should be on a premium live event. That should be a women's championship match. But I digress.
I mean, if they didn't have her lose constantly for like every match this year, I would agree. I mean, like who else do we have? The Party Girls, Natalia. Like, honestly, Natalia might be a PLE match.
Well,
Well,
Looking at
Natalia,
the roster, Natalia might be a PLE
did
match.
she resign?
no, no, she hasn't.
Bless you. If she
Natalie,
didn't resign, Natalia. So theoretically, they've lost Natalia. They've lost Becky. What now?
Becky's so smart. Becky, like, you know what? I don't need y'all. I'm gonna take this long awaited vacation. Y'all call me when y'all want to when you need this money.
Ivy Nile and Maxine Dupree.
I like
If
Ivy.
if they let Maxine actually wrestle, I feel like she would be good. I feel like she's put in the work. She's tried. She's developed a character. She just needs the in ring thing. I just every time they start to get better, WWE does something to mess it up. When, in all honesty, just let the people wrestle so they can learn.
And the last,
Also, I see what her problem is. I think like who is advising you? Because in the Royal Rumble and everything else, stop leaving your feet. I was at the vaccine decree. You was doing a great job, but when you try to leave your feet, that's when you don't look good. So I don't know who told you try all of these hurricane riders and spinning leg scissors, but stay on your feet. Do follow your coach Chad Gable and still punch the crap out of these chicks. That's all you have to do.
and the last three women on Raw, which are actually decent, and you could do something with them if you book it right. You got Alba Fire, Isla Dawn, and Lyra Valkyria. Like you could do something with it. But like, how do we stretch this to WrestleMania?
Now, Lyra, they haven't sucked with Lyra, right?
I don't think you can.
Like for Lyra, as someone who thinks that she should stay in NXT, it's probably because Becky Lynch is probably advocating for her. They're doing better than I thought she would. As in, Ala, she hasn't lost that many matches. One of her biggest losses was the ring against Nia Jax, rightfully so, right? So if you want to give Liv another match, Liv versus Lyra, it's fine. But so you're talking about WrestleMania, right?
Mm-hmm.
What match do y'all want to see with the women at WrestleMania?
I
On the Raw side. On the Raw side.
I I can't think of one.
Like, and I really don't care. If I'm calling a spade, right? All my favorites are on SmackDown.
Yeah.
So, and I don't see a problem with that. On a personal note, I know people I want to see pushed on Raw, but I can put them a stank on it. Just make sure my SmackDown chicks are fine. Like, no offense, but that's a reminder that.
I every time I think of one, I'm like, how can we get there and can it be done well? And it's like, you know,
I have a different mindset than you, Anika. I feel like Lyra was the only fine choice from the women that they brought up. Like Kiana James, she did not need to be on the main roster.
Oh, no.
Blair Davenport felt too soon to me. Like she was in NXT for just a minute. Like she was hardly in NXT at all.
Now,
I figured she was going to be the next women's champion in NXT, and
yeah. Now, with no offense to Kiana James, you're a sweet girl. I think we all thought that she should stay in NXT.
being honest, I thought she was going to stay in NXT permanently.
Just want to do a nice little surprise curveball and yay, you surprised us. But Blair Davenport is not gonna say a toss up, but like you said, she is experienced. So it really is a matter of I want to say what does she want, right? I mean, you could like because if she wanted to be in NXT and the women's champion and kind of help develop the girl. That's if she wants to do that. But not sure how old Blair Davenport is, but if she wants to, if she was like, you know what, no offense, well let me just take you to the main roster so I can put you behind.
If I were to take a guess, I would guess she's like 29.
29. So even though that's young to us, and you don't know in women's wrestling, that's kind of old depending on who you ask. So if she's like, no, I'm waiting too doggone long as it is, let me go to the main roster. I think that was her choice. Now I'm not sure. I'm not saying they gave her the choice, but it feels like she's that veteran where she could make the choice of, nah, I want to be called up now.
She's 28.
28. Yeah. So she's like, nah, let me be called up now. Because again, on the SmackDown side, let's just say they don't let Nia Jax beat Bayley. I highly doubt that. No offense, because y'all never seen Bayley as a champion. Don't know why. Y'all suck. But Bayley versus Blair Davenport is a premium live event match that I would pay money to see. So I'm not mad that they called her up. I do agree with you. Like I said, either way, Blair was going to be good. But yeah, Bayley versus Blair Davenport. Please book it properly.
There's one thing that I remember that like I will always lay praise at the feet of Bayley for. She is the one woman who had a good match with Lacey Evans. No one else on that roster could. No one else on that roster could, but Bayley did.
Real quick, I remember that was one of my top moments after Survivor Series pandemic era, and her Bayley and Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes, came out and started yelling. The problem with our team was the whole dang team. I love that.
All right, back to Money in the Bank. My favorite match has to go to Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn.
And to the people, low key, if I could give a Bozo the Clown this week myself, the people who are truly mad that Braun Breaker didn't beat him. Because no offense, Sami Zayn is freaking Sami Zayn. I get it. Braun Breaker reminds you of, okay, all right, I'm taking down not because I'm going to say something a little derogatory, and he's better than that. I get it. Braun Breaker is an upcoming star. He's great. I'm going to compare him to some people, but he might be better than them. Ala Goldberg and I was gonna say Brock Lesnar, Goldberg or Goldberg. He is better than them. I do, but he is still a rookie. And to Sami and to the credit and for right now, Sami Zayn, get your flowers now. Get your because as soon as they knock you down, you know how hard it is to get back to the main roster and get that belt back. So no, Braun Breaker can wait a couple of months, maybe a year. He is still a rookie. He is still young.
This is the Sami Zayn that we rallied behind, wanting to dethrone Roman Reigns, and like how quickly y'all turn on him.
Because Braun Breaker can do fear. Like no, he can wait. Patience is a virtue. And if we have all forgotten, y'all try to do this crap with Brock Lesnar in 2002, and look how that turned out for you. Brock left after you gave him everything. So let's not give all of our rookies everything so freaking fast.
It happens every time. Like Kofi Kingston, push, finally gets to win, turn. Bryan Danielson, Hangman on a page, swerve. Anytime that someone is behind like a really, 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 really good push, they want to push them right off the edge. And it's a sad fact that you can kind of trend within 6 weeks of what's going to happen. Shoot, it's even happened with Cody now. And they want Cody to turn heel. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think WWE fans quite understand what a heel Cody looks like. A heel Cody really does look like Homelander. That man is insane. That man is quite frankly insane as a heel.
But that's also when I like Cody.
Like that's because we've seen Cody. We know what to expect with Cody. These WWE fans don't quite understand. Cody as a heel is Stardust
Just on
with
crack.
Homelander fusion. And he is quite literally insane.
Heel
The-
Cody almost single-handedly imploded the Bullet Club.
say that again.
Heel Cody almost single-handedly imploded the Bullet Club.
Heel Cody did implode the Bullet Club. This motherfucker sat up there and played the elite against each other while in BTE and New Japan. They could have easily gone back and looked at it. They did go back and look at it. And he covered his trail so perfectly. This man, as a face, had MJF cutting some of the most insane promos on Brandy and acted like he knew nothing about it. Full time knew. And was a heel with MJF. I'm just saying, folks, you don't want Cody as a heel. Because if you think Roman played games with people and their mind, oh, Cody Rhodes, he come see, he got the Golden Lovers back together just so he could tear them apart again. This man is a evil genius, and that's what y'all want. That's what y'all want. Shit.
Now here's the thing, right? You're talking about how we love the you know when you realize that the winner is already predetermined in wrestling, and so the backstage stuff kind of gets you into it still. I Cody did an interview of what it means to be a heel, and it's like, so you're thinking about it, and that does intrigue me just a little bit. Like when you know what to do to be a heel, and your mind like you already put the pieces in play. I do kind of want to see that unfold just a little bit. Like with some people who like, okay, I'm gonna turn heel, so I'm just gonna be mean to everybody, and I'm just gonna have an attitude. But no, when you know how to do it, when you can strategize that stuff, yeah, I kind of want to see it just a little bit. I want to see your version of what you think a sadistic bastard should be for wrestling, like a true sadistic bastard. Not MJF, not MJF, where you just being stupid, but a true sadistic bastard. I do want to see that.
I mean,
want to see it, go look at the New Japan when Cody was breaking the Bullet Club up. Go look at old BTE. The best part, the most family friendly part of how he broke them up involves Bullet Club from New Japan coming over. They're in the back arguing, and there's a chair being thrown, and Tama is just watching the chair being thrown like these white people are insane. As Cody and as Kenny are sitting there arguing, that is the most family friendly moment. Cody Rhodes legit went full Heath Ledger Joker on these people. You don't want to see it. You won't look at that man the same way again. There is a reason I say Cody has never returned from being a heel because I think something in that man snapped. Like he gave us the end of racism promo and we all laughed and shit. We love Cody. That man. So,
look at his past of like the people who he's associated with. Like he's mentored two people, MJF and Bray Wyatt, two masterminds of villainy in wrestling. His former tag team partners Like you got Sean Spears, who once he debuted in NXT, Rich Holland hasn't been the same. And then the other one is Ted DiBiase Jr. And let's not get into that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. We're gonna bring it back.
You don't. He gonna break Phil. Did we talk about he prayed for that downfall? Cody is gonna break that man. Cody would break Roman. Cody would break the blood. Cody would have all the motherfuckers in therapy. Y'all keep playing with Cody. Y'all keep thinking he missed a nice guy. Y'all keep thinking that he don't know what Randy Orton is doing. Y'all keep thinking that.
I didn't even think of that. He was mentored by Randy Orton, the Viper himself. Like
He's
from the get-go. From the get-go.
That man ain't looking, but don't feel him looking at that belt. All that he put through. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me put it like this before we move on, because I know we got other things to talk about. Let me put it to you like this. Cody is such an evil genius that he got that WrestleMania main event switched back to what he wanted it to be by a simple interaction in the ring.
Just a whole face he made.
Because no one told Joe behind to point to your opponent. You were supposed to point to the side and put your finger down. But no, I will point to the side that I'm a this ninja, you go cocky. I'm coming for you. Like,
You can say all that. You can do all that. You can do all that. People were hyped up about Dwayne versus Roman. Everybody wanted Dwayne versus Roman because everybody thought Dwayne and Solo Sikoa were going to do what's happening right now. Blah 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 blah. Mm-hmm. In one segment, in one interaction, Cody changed the course of history to be what he wanted it to be from a multi-billion-dollar company without any creative control. Y'all really want to mess with somebody that could do that? And that's real life. Shit, no. That is Dusty's son. That is Dusty's son. You don't want them problems. I'm telling y'all, Cody in real life is an evil genius.
Like being an EVP of a company is great. But it's like, nah, I'm going to become the face of the competition. And boy, he did it. He's the face of the company now.
And low key, my favorite Cody person was when he broke his face and he had the mask. Not even when he had the mask, when he took it off, he just started talking to it. I'm like, oh, so I'm the only one who sees this crazy person that's talking to a clear mask, but his nose is fine. I'm the only person who sees this. Okay, fine.
Moving on, because we can sit here, we could talk about how Cody is an evil genius too. Like all day, every day. I've been telling y'all for the longest. I admire that man because that man moves smart. He moves smart and he moves silently. But I digress. Moving forward.
The main event of Money in the Bank. We had the 6-man tag, the Bloodline versus Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton. We have to talk about Cody just a little bit more. Sorry to say.
So here's the thing, right?
No, we don't. Because we could talk about Jacob Fatu, how great he was, how awesome he was, how amazing he was. I saw the clips. They fucked up signing him earlier. Because him being like, oh, Randy, you dropped me on my head. Did you forget about Samoans getting dropped on the head that it don't work on us? What you gonna do now, Randy? What you gonna do? We could talk about how Tongaloa, bruh, how do you miss a nut shot? How do you fit somebody and then hit your own brother in the head.
Okay, so two things. Okay, MLW, please watch those clips, right? I am an old person, as in I have a very I like my TV schedule on the weekends. Maybe I'll diversify, but I'm committed to my TV schedule. As in, I don't go outside of what's already scheduled to venture off. But I've heard Nick about to with MLW. Go back and watch those clips. I haven't seen them, but as soon as that man debuted on SmackDown, like, oh, he's my favorite. He's my favorite. He's my favorite Uso. He's my favorite member of the Bloodline. Passing old. I like him. He's my favorite. Going to Money in the Bank. Oh, it's vilified. He's my favorite. I love him. and y'all should be scared. Tell him out. Y'all didn't sign him because y'all was afraid that he's gonna overshadow Solo. Y'all should be. It's inevitable. No matter when you gonna sign him, it's gonna happen. Now, I would love for Solo to win the belt and then it be by Jacob Fatu, but it's inevitable. He's going to overshadow Solo. That doesn't go happen.
I don't think Jacob is gonna let Solo win the belt. I think what's gonna happen is Jacob is gonna switch up on Solo and make sure Solo loses the belt. Roman gets it back or something like that, and then Jacob is gonna be with Tama Tonga. They're gonna get rid of Tonga Loa. They're probably gonna get Hikuleo and maybe some more members of the bloodline. Not sure, but they're gonna build up their own faction and they're gonna run crazy through WWE.
I love you. I can argue my church. I'm like, why are you so intense? Why is it so intense? I'm about Cody cracked. I think Cody cracked the rib. I believe that. I believe he cracked the rib. I felt bad for the rep. It felt like this man don't know how to control those things. That's why I was like, can someone tell me if Paul Heyman is okay? So why at 58 are you taking the table bump? Let alone you let Jacob Fatu put you through the table. Like,
R.I.P. Paul.
The old person. Maybe it was the Usos or Roman. But you let Jacob put it. Like, tell me, Paul.
He lived how he died, dangerously.
Wow. Okay, Dad Joker. Okay. That was like a dad joke on dad joke on dad joke. I appreciate how you stuck the landing there.
But okay, I have y'all a question. Of course, it's an event, right? So people are like, that should be the main event, whatever. And it's like, y'all, Solo, Pin, Cody. What other ending to Monday night? I'm sorry, Monday night. Money in the Bank did y'all not want? And I don't think we should have ended it with Drew getting screwed by CM Punk again. We already did that at Clash of the Castle. They don't need to be the main event again. So what more do you want from this main event other than your world heavyweight champion getting pinned? Even if it's tag, you got pinned. So what else do you want in your main event? I don't understand.
I thought it was really smart. It leads to SummerSlam of just setting up for the pitch,
I agree too. I agree.
Jacob pinning Cody, that would have been better.
Okay. I mean, fair.
We'll take it. We'll take this one.
That's about the only way it could have got better.
All right. So
I do the Jacob versus Randy Orton match. I know I'm gonna just watch it through clips, but I feel like those would be really, really good clips.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we're probably gonna get Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa versus RKO.
Listen. Just.
Tonga yes. Tonga no.
I think he's not doing well in this managerial role because he's not a manager. So unless he's hurt, let's just let him wrestle.
Baby, no. I need you to look up recent tongue lower matches. You probably seen the meme where the wrestler's like, ah, and it's like holds up, he has his hand up, and it's like, be distracted by this hand while I chop with this hand, but I'm not really chopping. Hiya, hiya, type situation. And he had some decent matches, and then you know, say I don't have any. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Um, Overall, for me, the fact that we spent so long talking about Money in the Bank and Money in the Bank wrestling was what 90 minutes.
Right.
How do
Okay.
you really have 90 minutes of Money in the Bank with
Listen.
ladder matches?
No. So I'll say this, right? The women, I'm not sure the women have something to prove, but this is the second year the women's Money in the Bank ladder match was way better than the men. Now, thank God, so y'all right because baby girl, I'm like, why did you not push the ladder further? Like, I'm not even playing with you. When she was I knew she was gonna do something stupid. I'm like, baby girl, that ladder too close to the ropes. I know you're gonna screenshot yourself. You are too close. Why did you not push? I'm like, I thought she broke out. That she broke out.
All right,
The
so Heat Wave?
way better.
Oh, say again. What was it
Heat
again?
Wave? We're going to talk about Heat Wave now?
Yeah.
So here, so I get why people may be salty about the casting, right? Even though I think the casting was a great story. The how you got there to dance, right? But with Heat Wave, I think for me, it's one of them things where when you have low expectations and you overachieve. I think that's what's going on in Heat Wave. Like again, I'm not watching to expect that because I'm trying to be respectful of my family. I don't want to watch perfect every night.
I'm
But
just
it feels like it was low expectations of what people thought Heat Wave was going to be. And it went above and beyond. Like that Axiom and Nick Frazier versus out Chase U, that match was great.
yeah. A certain somebody was pooping all over that.
This guy?
Yeah,
I think it was the best match any of them have had.
Like
I don't
damn.
like it. I don't like them. But I think it was the best match any of them had.
All I could literally say was damn. I was in here like damn. Sammy,
you're right. I'm like,
did,
no,
did
y'all compared to both
somebody
of
take
them.
your food?
Dang, got it, Sandy.
I was like, did somebody take his food? Did somebody take his alcohol? Did somebody over there take his? I don't know what they
To
took.
be fair, I was exhausted from helping my sister move.
Like, Sammy, I have never heard you hate so much. You sounded like ALW. I got concerned. I was concerned. Like, oh my God, what in the spirit of ALW has happened to Sammy? But I,
Can
my
I talk about a match that I really loved on Heat Wave?
hold on,
Okay.
hold on. My biggest issue with Heatwave, which by and large, from what I saw, was way better than Money in the Bank. The ending with how Ethan Page won. I think that was ridiculous. I think that is not a good ending to Trick Williams' title reign. I think it should have been something better, and it just was done in a really foolish way. I don't mind Ethan Page winning, but just he failed and just whack, whack on somebody else. But
Yeah,
go ahead, Sammy.
Well, to that, I would like to say that it did feel kind of Ethan Pagey in a way of just like, oh, I'm the champion, and after being knocked out, just oh, fantastic. All right, I did what I set out to accomplish.
like I I will kind of appreciate that you try to keep Trick Williams strong by exactly him. But like you said, like more so like Sean Spears. Sean Spears, you know that if you're holding Trick back, you're not winning this match either. I don't understand. So like in my mind, I didn't watch this tonight. I'm like, okay, maybe they're a team. If they're a team, it makes a little like if they come together, it makes a little bit more sense of okay, I'll let him be the champ and hopefully he'll be the title back. But in the moment, it was like, sir, you're not helping yourself.
Well, the caveat to that is he didn't know what was going on in the ring. He just saw Trick and was going after Trick.
But still, okay.
Yeah.
And to that point, what do you think Trick was gonna? What do you think Trick was doing? Like, if you pull, okay, let's say you're trying to hurt Trick, you pull him down. So, but you don't see Sean Spears anymore. If I'm Sean Spears, I pull him down. I'm looking in the ring. I'm sliding in the ring. But you just pull them down and you just drop down and you just don't do nothing else. You don't do nothing else. Like,
well, Trick didn't drop down. He was clinging to get in by the time that the 3 count happened.
exactly. So either way, so why are you holding on to Trick so long?
See the ref's hand moving.
Like, so why are you holding on to Trick so long? Like, I'm just saying, peek over.
It was dumb.
The match I love though, Obafemi versus Wesley.
Banger.
I think it was the best match of the weekend.
I ain't gonna say that. Like,
I think the second best match of the weekend was Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn.
In WWE, I definitely think Obafemi was and Wesley was better than anything else this weekend.
And maybe because again, sometimes you take a step back and we watch stuff. I love tag team. I really did. That got the boosts flowing. The women's Money in the Bank, I give girls props because y'all didn't have to go that hard. Y'all didn't have to go that hard. I'm not taking a pile driver on a ladder. I don't care how much experience EO Sky has. You're not doing that. We're gonna do an old fashioned power bomb, but you from my head hitting going through the lap. No.
We had Kalani Jordan versus Sol Ruka for the NXT North American Women's Championship, which was all right.
The women put on this weekend and had some really good matches across across companies, to be quite honest.
Yeah. Great start to the women's North American Championship. Keep the ball rolling, Like so far so good. Keep it going, girl.
We had Roxanne Perez versus Lola Vice, and Roxanne Perez got her Cody Rhodes on. Okay.
Hold on. Going back. So, are the North American Championships in NXT just for Black folks?
Yes, they are. Okay. Yes, they are. And I say with a smile on my face because it's not just about for Black folks, but it really is the hardest working, most skilled athlete at that time. Like no offense, it's on their head. Like, can you with the people who were the champions, right? Can you say anyone else deserved it more? No. So yes, as of right now, until someone steps up, they are the North American champions.
I just would like to point out that Ogre, who has the NXT championship, both of her first opponents in NXT and on pay-per-view, well, fellow Black women. I'm just pointing that out. So continue on with your Cody Rhodes. Okay, here's the thing about Roxanne. That's the other thing I wanted to say. With Roxanne, was it you, Sammy, that said if she goes to the main roster, she needs a manager or something?
I said that. I'm like,
I have the perfect manager for her. The perfect manager. And he already acts sort of like her manager right now. Punk ass feel.
Ooh. I couldn't find like add one more person in there. I think that's
Mm-mm.
is
Mm-mm.
them two? Is them two? Because he already kind of coached her after it was a heat wave. It was the one before that. She beat Jordan Grace, and he got in her face like, "Hey, you got lucky, you got lucky, chick. You got made up next time." And so yeah, yeah.
You don't need to be wrestling, so give him something else to do.
I remember watching a video of CM Punk when he went and met with Cora Jade about her injury, and Roxanne and another girl were there.
And they're just like, "Look, I know about. I know we're trying to what's the face cheer you up, but I'm going to invade this moment. We're going to invade this moment. I'm sorry. We're friends. We're friends. If you want to share this moment with me, why not? Come on.
She got her Cody Rhodes on. She was like, well, it didn't work one time. It didn't work 2 times. So I'm just going to do my finisher 3 times in a row, and let's try it that way.
Why are you so mad? Was it like, oh, like what? Why is this so personal for you? She just wants to beat you for the belt. She doesn't know it's your mama. Why you ain't? But again, like great, like some matches, okay, solid banger because they're veterans, know what they're doing. And some people like it's the P-Way is next to the development of people. Like Little Vice, even though in NXT she's the main eventer, she's still learning. So it is nice to, it is to see like, okay, she's learning. She's not 100% there yet, but she's gonna get there. Like you can see the potential. That's cool. That's one of the things about NXT that's also nice. But that is that's mostly it with NXT. Like I said, I think people think more so it was less segments, less backstage segments, less commercials, and when you, I don't, which called, I don't like this thinking, but it does work when this low expectation thing overachieve. People's like, oh my god, that was so great.
Oh, I just remembered. How do you feel about Javon Evans now that you've seen him in action?
He gonna be some. He gonna be. He's probably be next NXT North American champion. And like someone said it, it was like he looked like a veteran. You knew what he was doing in the ring. He's only 20, 21.
He's not even 20, I don't think. I think he's still 19.
Nah, I think
20,
he's
he
20.
just turned 20.
He just turned 20? Okay.
But like, sir, and it's one and like with him like with NXT, right? I don't. It is about learning how to wrestle. It's about putting the whole piece together, right? And with him, what other? Give him a character, give him a manager, give him something. It's hard. Well, use your words. That certain wrestler is like just build the character around him because he could be main roster ready, but it's just a matter of it WWE, right? So you need a personality, you need a manager. Like just slap that on them and just let them wrestle, Like like we keep saying it, bring back the cruiserweight division and just let the people shine because
Yeah.
their character is wrestling. They are great wrestlers, and sometimes it shouldn't be anything more than that. But we're in WWE, so you know it is, right? So yeah.
I really feel like they are really missing having a cruiserweight division because, like, there are so many dudes when you look at the NXT roster where it's like, we could really do something with you, but unfortunately, we can't give you either title because the people we have holding those titles are, let's face it, fantastic. Like as much as I like Wesley, like I wouldn't have Obafemi dropping the belt. Like,
Oh, I like you say I wouldn't have Wrestling go to the main roster. I will say that because
I mean, that's why that TNA crossover is actually going to be really important for them. And sadly for TNA, it's going to lead to them becoming
oh yeah,
NXT's little brother, and they're going to become the developmental, and NXT is going to be an official third brand. Um, I will say, I will say, um, North Carolina provides champions, especially the 336 area, because all those wrestling schools, all those things that are happening, y'all got some surprises that are going to be on the way. And the bloodline is not over. Y'all haven't heard of everyone from the bloodline.
all right. So are we done with the recap?
Hold on. Hold on. Because two things happened that I saw on Twitter today from NXT. One was the Rascals making it to NXT together, which I am happy about because that's what I wanted, and I hope that they do end up back in TNA together because I unfortunately think Wesley has hit his threshold kind of in WWE um, through no fault of his own. Booking and life. And also say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I just I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna keep saying it. The worst thing WWE did was let Top Dollar go. And I say that, hold on. I say this as somebody who watched TNA because Joe Henry was getting over, yes. But the feud between he and Top Dollar is where he really got pushed because they brought the best out of each other. Because Joe Henry was like, bruh, I know I could beat you to fight. You want to talk music? Well, let's talk about all the stupid stuff you done and how foolish you look. He beat him in wrestling, he beat him in music. And the fact that Top Dollar has not gotten the love and appreciation for that is kind of sad. But it's to be expected because people love to say, oh, he sucks, he's this, he's that. But he's actually put on some pretty decent matches. It's not been the best, but he's tried. He's worked his butt off. Um, and I think that people expect amazing things from him, but he's a very good character heel. He's an amazing character heel. He is never really going to be somebody that is a believable face because he just looks too much like a dick. But as a heel, he is amazing because he looks so much like a dick. Not like an actual physical penis.
Yeah, yes.
we know.
He does not look like a physical. There's others that look more like that. Like, what's his name? When he had the shave, kind of like Joe Gacy. He looked like the actual. But I think that it's different strokes for different folks. I personally enjoy watching Top Dog be this big bad heel because as a big man, he plays his part well. That's what it is. It is what it is. It's not a problem for me. But I would love to see him pop up as like a foil for Joe Henry and be like, bruh, didn't I beat you? And see what happens. But I know that won't happen in WWE, so I give that hope up. But yeah,
Like
those are the two things. Like, I love this. They did it all together.
like that compare, cross promotion stuff. But NXT, please do better than AEW with TNA, right? Like
Oh my
I
god.
say, I say that because it was a whole lot of drop balls in the pandemic era, and they're trying to do the whole TNA AEW cross promotion. I'm like, why didn't y'all bring women over? Why didn't we have more AEW stars on TNA? Like it really was.
So I will say WWE is doing better with bringing TNA people to them, but not with bringing their people to TNA.
That's what I'm saying. You
I
They
know,
mean,
don't pay out for TNA. They don't tell you where you can watch TNA, when you can watch TNA. They have not promoted TNA like events. AEW did all of that. AEW gave you Kenny Omega. They gave you Christian. They also had some of the top stars from TNA come over. This is also wasn't this during like the pandemic where you can't do but so much.
like that probably is still the best
well, it
thing
was
because
2021, not 2020, but yes.
oh,
They're not. Everybody's not like WWE where you can bribe officials to do certain things. It was they were still being smart, especially like when you have people like Alex Shelley who are leaving a business that they love to go fight this pandemic. So they were trying to take it seriously and trying to make it better. Anika, I agree with you on them doing certain things better. But the reason I said, oh my God, is because people keep saying that, but TNA really isn't benefiting.
no, no,
Like,
no. So when I say I ain't saying do, I'm saying because it's still is we're still fresh. So I'm saying do better. I'm not saying doing. I'm like learn from it. When y'all watch each other, let's not act like y'all don't. I'm saying do better. I totally agree with you. Promote TNA more. Send legitimate people over to TNA. If we gonna do this cross promotional thing, let's do. I think people been clamoring for a truly cross promotional thing since the Monday Night War. Like the close we got was DX going to a tank, and y'all still didn't get into the building. So it really is like if we're going to do this, commit to it, do it 100%.
I don't think that they
Actual
will.
invasion.
Like
Don't do it all then.
AEW sent Kenny Omega. They sent their world champion Kenny Omega. WWE is not sending either of their world champions over to TNA for a match.
so over Femi and let him fight Moose.
Right?
Oh,
Right?
oh man, that sounds like money to me.
Right?
Oh,
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
They're gonna have
There,
to
there are three people. There's one family and one person that I do not need to see crossover. One is the Hardys. Do not let any of them go to TNA, go to WWE. Don't have any of the NXT folks deal with them. I am so sick of Matt Hardy. I will be so happy when he and Reedy go away. Jeff, God bless you. Godspeed, man. Nobody needs to interact with those three. The other one, and I say this to somebody who watches TNA and who actually likes this character. Please don't interact with PCO.
who I would like to see is ABC.
I would love that. I would love it. I want to see Javon Evans versus Chris Bay. I want to see Javon Evans versus Ace Austin. I want to see Javon Evans join ABC. I just want to see. I want that so bad, and that's just one. But no PCO, no Hardys. I'm good on it. Most anybody else, yes. I want to see Masha Slamovich go up against pick a
Lola.
Lola Vice. Have
Yeah.
her go up against um Soul Roker.
Yes. Like
Give me some fresh. Actually, no, Savannah Evans. versus what's the name? The Soul Roca and damn, I just forgot the NXT Women's North American Champion.
Kiana
Kalani
Jordan.
Jordan.
Her. Savannah Evans versus her. Give me that. Give me
I
give me
want
Mel Shaw versus Roxanne Perez.
the women's match I'd like to see is actually Lola Vice versus Tasha Steeles.
That's
Money.
Money.
like us who are not getting paid to book your shows should not have better matches than the people who get paid to book your show. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Let's go above my expectations of what I think this cross promotion should be. That's all. But I do agree. I don't see PCO
I want to see.
winning over.
I want to see it so bad. There are so many good matches that can happen, but if it happens, I do not want NXT to win all of them. I
Yes.
want to see some competitive matches. Give me Josh Alexander versus Ethan Page.
Oh, 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 oh!
Stop.
Bringing the North back against each other. Oh man.
Y'all
Oh.
ain't scared, right? So let's see it. But yes, that's our week in wrestling recap, focusing on the pay-per-views that happened this weekend, as well as some of the matches that we would love to see, and little fantasy booking there for NXT, TNA, and some interesting happenings that happened there. Do we have anything else before we head on out?
Yes, I have the game I found on Instagram. This is from Money
Sammy,
King 7. Uh,
Sammy,
yeah,
Sammy.
yeah.
We had that conversation, right?
That do it at the end. That was the conversation, wasn't it?
No. Um, Anika, if you want to play this game, you are more than welcome to. I am going to head on out because I am very uncomfortable right now. Um, and I will see y'all in a few weeks. Right?
Hmm?
See, Princess Girl
Peace.
Princess Girl listens to her auntie. Yeah. Be a July baby. How long is this game, Sammy? What we not like? How long is this game?
As long as it takes you to make $20 worth of the people. One, two, three,
Sammy.
4, 5. So here, let me go first. From the $1 row, I'll take everybody but Wade Barrett. From the $2 row, I'll take everybody but Jeff Hardy. And for my main event, I'm gonna go. Let's go Roman Reigns versus The Rock. Boom, that's mine. $20.
All right, so I'm just picking from random. So I see 5 tiers,
Mm-hmm.
and what am I supposed to do now?
Book a show that costs 20.
That costs 20. Okay. Oh, it's not a bad game. Okay. Uh, you only do math at 12 o'clock. All right. All right. Let's see here. Ah, screw it. All right. So I'm going to do Jeff Hardy versus Shawn Michaels in his prime. That's a banger.
All right, that's
Uh,
six.
that's 6. Okay. I'm going to. I don't see any new people. Okay. Give me Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles. Can I do that?
Yep,
Okay.
absolutely. That's
All right.
10.
That's 10. Okay. I love me Stone Cold. So Stone Cold versus I would say CM Punk if people would want CM Punk.
All right, and you got $2 remaining. So
$2 remaining.
look at your $1 list.
Give me a classic. I want Kofi versus Dolph Ziggler. That's all it's going to give me.
All right, all right. That's a pretty good show. 4 matches.
Right?
I didn't say who my people would be facing up against besides Roman Reigns and The Rock. I will say I will go with Seth Rollins versus Bryan Danielson. Let's go AJ Styles versus Claudio. Let's go Kofi Kingston versus Rey Mysterio and Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz.
And we could have had that in real life. But no. Y'all wanted to do Kofi versus Rey Mysterio in a house show. Fuck y'all. Man, real honestly, fuck y'all.
So feel free to put in the comments what you would put out and go ahead and give a follow to the Instagram money_king7 for creating this, which I thought was a pretty fun thing.
Well, actually, Laura, that'd be a nice little game. Well, if we can, to put up on our community tab. If we can. If we can, it's fine.
I thought it was fun. All right.
I'm saying, like, put it on our community tab so other people can play it.
Here is our schedule. Sing Stars on Monday. You're here with us right now on Tuesday for the cookout. Come back Friday for Friday night fights. We'll have Saturday Night is All Right, where we watch Collision. And Sunday is Enter the Square Circle, where we battle it out to see who will be the king of the Square Circle. We have things in the works for new shows, new Saturday morning show, a new Thursday night show, I believe, is what we've been discussing as well. So stay tuned for those. We'll hit them at you when they start coming out.
Right, yeah.
Here's our social medias. Feel free to follow us. Make sure to subscribe and give us a like. This is the places where you can find the cookout. Just look for this right here. And here's the QR code, which will bring you to us. Wah, wah, wah. All right. Is there anything else we got to say?
Enjoy wrestling and have fun.
I know I certainly try. Peace, love, and rock and roll, people.
Bye.
Be out.